Hey folks, Coach Grandpa here with Fly By Night Engineering out of Dallas. We're an engineering firm basically working on utility coordination here in Dallas and trying to get ready for this AI and how it's going to hit this next decade and how Singularity is going to play a big part in all this and how are we going to be able to function in big cities because they're spending so much money and they don't know what to do with the money. They're spending it improperly. They're scanning in all this maps and plans of everything they're going to do, they've done, and trying to identify utilities. Because you got to figure, not only is there water, sewer, and gas out there, but you got your cable company, your phone company, independent fiber companies, broadband's on demand. So there's all kinds of fiber companies out there that's in the ground to where in that right of way, it is getting so congested now that they want to do a project, and if all those communications are on top of the water and you got to replace the water, it takes them forever to have everybody relocate their facilities just so they can get to their water and replace the pipe. So during all these problems, it's slowing down projects. So when the Department of Transportation, DOT, TxDOT, wants to do road widening, wants to do stuff with the road and revamp things, they got to get a hold of all the utilities and say, get out of my way. It's their right of way. They own the property. It's their yard, and we get to play in it. And they're really struggling with that. And as a utility coordinating company, we're starting to see that it's going to be, if you're not out of the way by a certain let date, you're going to start getting fined and it's going to get ugly. And they're really hoping that artificial intelligence is really going to help. And by them just scanning them in, these young kids don't realize they're just out of college. They're all AutoCAD. They don't realize that that's not what they need. And we're trying to show them what needs to be done. Basically, if you know anything about utilities or any kind of construction, when the company goes out there to put it in there, your actual contractor, when they're done, they're supposed to give you an as-built to tell you how it's built. This is as-built. And in our communications, we need to know what it is at a certain depth and how far. And like a lot of plans, it's always back a curb. Even, TxDOT plans. Major federal plans are all back a curb, and it's like, dude, the back curb changes. You put a turn lane in, the back of curb changes. So if you're going to start using that as a form of measure to start, it's not a good one. So they're having problems with that. So we've always said center line. It primarily stays the same unless they double the road and add another road. But center line stays the same, and if you tell your contractor to give you an as-built from center line to where the facilities are at, they give you that, and it's a plan, and it's right on the system prints. So by scanning those into AutoCAD, and you don't scan them in, you actually have to import them into AutoCAD in the proper layer. And that's what we're trying to do, and using algorithms to find this to where soon as we can get everybody on the page to where, and we're going to get a lot of flack from this. A lot of utilities are going to hate this, but in order to work in the city of Dallas, we're going to try to recommend that for you to do that. When you're done, you have to provide the city and the county with as-builts so that they can update their systems. And this is everybody that's going to have a franchise in this city and county. And that's going to eliminate any problem. That's coming. And I'm trying to tell these companies that this is coming. The municipalities and counties are going to require this in order to initiate artificial intelligence to find this stuff to make things happen quicker. Things are getting put on the back shelves because it used to be due to funding, but now it's because other utilities are in the way that they're trying to figure out a way to find these companies to get them out of the way. Well, some companies get a contract with customers saying, hey, we'll never shut you off. They have a redundant system and everything, and the next thing you know, there's 2 contracts going on. They're going to cut your system, and they can't schedule a shut-off date, a splice date to shut the fiber off. And the city's going, we don't care. So a lot of them are contract-driven. They can't turn off their customer. So by artificial intelligence and working with this GIS in each municipality, they have these departments that are supposed to prepare for this. The only way they're going to do it is to have each utility company provide as-builts of where their facilities are at any given time whenever they're done working. And it's going to be given by their contractor. This is going to make the cost go up. And it shouldn't be, because a lot of companies, like we have a hard time getting as-builts from our contractor. It never fails. It's like we're so happy sometimes that it's in that we keep on asking for as-builts, and pretty soon you start noticing it. We got pencil whipped at the kitchen table last night. So be careful what you ask for, you're going to get it. It may not be the totally proper. We went to a meeting, and I'm not going to say the municipality, but they paid a contractor to put in a water and replace it, and when they finally went back to look at it, and they got as-built and everything saying where it was at and what they did, and when they went and looked at it and inspected it, it was never replaced. So I got a feeling they're looking for them bad boys, because they're out of Dodge already. But this is what we're working on here at Fly By Night. FBK Engineering out of Dallas is trying to get ready for this Singularity, which you think it's not going to be just one company. Singularity is going to be that one guy that Singularity.net. Go there. That guy's scary. He's probably going to create a platform where all these guys with artificial intelligence are going to come. And now Watson's going to be so much smarter and so much fed up with us that it's going to get bad. And that's when Singularity is going to happen. It's going to happen within 10 years. But we're trying to keep up with the utilities, or trying to get the utilities and these corporate companies together, because they're never going to be on the same page. And we can see that. And we're trying to help counties and cities get these companies in line to where is your facilities, and get out of my way. And the only way to do that is have that contractor provide them as-built so they can put it in AutoCAD in the proper layer for that utility: communications, water, sewer, gas, government, fiber. You would not believe how much government. Can't talk about that. But that's what we're doing here. I gotta lose weight. I saw my belly stick out. I just want to throw this in there. I'm kind of going on a rant though, but I needed to put this on a platform. I picked this one, so it's always out there. We're working on that, and hopefully we're going to be leading the way on how we're going to get AI into the utility coordination in Dallas. We're going to piss off some people when we make them provide as-builts to the city and to the county on where your facilities are at, or you're not going to be able to work here. It's going to be in the permit, black and white. That's what we're going to suggest. Boy, we're going to get in trouble. Thanks for watching, folks.